Okay, so I just use a template to create a new repo. As you can see, I didn't change anything. What will be the first step I need to do? Of course,
NPMI?
before NPMI. So you have this node for a reason, right? So what you need to do here, you need to go to your .env. I'm sorry, you need to go to .ignore. This .env, you need to uncomment it because it need to be in .ignore. VS Code also use the same idea, and logs it be the same idea. And after I've done that, voila. Now I will go, and then of course I have package.json. So I need to install this package. So I'll just say npmi. And that should be enough for now. Okay. What should I do after that?
npm run
Yes. I want everyone to participate because what I'm doing here, I'm just repeating the project, no more, no less. npm run dev. If I click on it, as you can see, my dev, it look like it's running. I think I already have some code in the index, and you have that in the template anyway. So I'm going to go quickly to see if everything is fine, and then we can move to our route. So we are importing pass dir name from pass. We are importing file URL to pass. That's okay. Importing express.env cookie parser. We are importing our middleware, which is a logger. I don't have any routes yet. We are loading the environment variable. The port is 5003. So the normal one is 5004. That's okay. And then I'm constructing the pass. That should be fine. We are initializing express. We are passing the body and the cookie as well. We are serving static files. That's fine. We are setting the view engine. And we are using the middleware. That's okay. Route, I don't have them in now. Handle 404. What are we doing here? We are handling 404. I need to make sure that we have, yes, we have 404 here, which is good. All of that is a template for you. Handle error. I've already handled the error as well. That should be fine. And we are listening to our server. So that's almost, this file is complete. What will be the next step? What will be the next step?
create routes.
Yes, so I can go here in route. I just have user, and I'm planning to do a project. What is my project? It's dog API. So I need to have also dog route. So let me create a new file, and let's name it dog.js. And here in user, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this one because they're the same, so I don't repeat this one. Voila. That's fine. In Moj, let's just focus now on the route. Let's start with the user. How many routes do I need in the user?
4, 5.
So let's start. Let's see what do we have here. First, we need to, when the user try to register, we need to send him a form. So it will be a router.get. And when the route here, it will be /register. I think we name it register. Or we name register here. I will need a function. And currently I do not have this function, so I'm just gonna keep it this way. I will need another one, which will be post register. And in post register, I will receive the data to add a new user. And of course, get login, I need another one, and I need post login. And for logout, it could be get, that's fine. So for the user, as you can see, we need 5 different routes. Get, when the user go just to /register and the method, it will be get, he will receive a form. And then when the user filling the form and click on the button, which will be, for example, create or something like that, whatever the button, to redirect him to the same route, but the method, it will be post. And like that, I can grab this data, which mostly for the register, it will be the user email and then password and repassword. Same for login, but in login, we will have only the password and the email. For the logout, it's a method get. That means when a user go to /logout, we need to log the user out from our website. Is the idea clear here? Yes, no?
Yes.
Good. I will ignore the dog route now. I will start working on the user to implement authentication and authorization until everything is good. And then I will go back to dogs, okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click on this one here. And of course, I will need a module here. Then other step here, it will be module here. And I need user module. So let me click on user module. And as you can see in user module, I have nothing at all. So what should I import first here? That's user module. What should I import?
ID, UUID.
Indeed. So you can just say import v4. And here you can give it a name. So I will name it as ID. You can give it any name you want, that by the way. Or whenever you say in JavaScript as, you can add any name. And of course, it will be from UUID. And the second one here, let's try to create some users. So I can just say const users, which will be an array. For now, it will be empty because when I'm testing it and I'm registering the user, I will grab the UUID, I will grab the hash password. Because what I want really, I don't want to show the user password as I told you, and I don't have database, so currently I will just leave it empty. What will be the next step?
Class user.
So let's create a class. Sorry, let's create a class user, and class user, of course, user like that. So whenever you define your class, just export it directly. So I'm gonna export default user, voila. And now here in the user, what do I want to do? Well, the question here, do I need to get all users?
No.
No. What I will need really from the user module here?
Get by email.
Yes, so I can make it static. And as I told you, if I say static, that means I don't have to create an instant. So I'll just get, come on, get by mail or email, it will be even better. So get by email, I will pass his email and then I will check if the email exists or not. And make it static. That means all I have to do, just say user. I will use my class itself, dot, and I can use it. So get by email, yes.
Maybe let's change on line 3 users. So it will be, users, find user. And so on.
Yeah, let me just give it another name, user.email.
Or like before, because if on line 3 it's users, yeah. So.
You're right. And here, let's just name it user. It's better naming, actually. Sorry. I'm just exhausted and I don't think I know sometimes what I'm typing. Anyway, that should be fine. So get by email, it's quite important here. And what else do I need? So I can get check if by email if the user exists or not. Should I check it by password or not?
No, because it's hashed.
Yeah, password is not a unique, so it doesn't matter. I need to be able also to do something else. What is this?
Add new user.
Exactly. So I can just make it static. Add. And here, this, when I say add, I need to pass. Remember, all I need to pass here. I'm not going to do this one. I need to pass a user here, and the user here, it will be an object. Okay. So what do I need to do here? Well, it's quite simple. All I have to do, I can create a new user. So I can just say const new user. And remember, as a new user, sorry. That's the new. So the new user, I will here, as you can see, I'm destructuring dot user. That means I'm taking all the property inside the object I am passing. And of course, the user does not have an ID. So I need to create an ID. So when I'm just saying ID and I'm using, as you can see, ID here, which is a function to create a new user, which is nice. I did create the new user, but now what do I need to do after that? I need to push it to users. So what I can do here, I can just push it to user. And here I can return the new user if I want to, or maybe I can return something else. For now, I'm just gonna return the new user, voila. What else do I need to do? Is that enough or more? Yeah. That should be enough, or we need more? I
Enough?
think, I think that for user should be enough. We don't want to do more functionality for them. Okay, so the module which is user, it's ready. That's nice. Now what we can do, we just click in here. Let's copy this one, and now we need to go to the controller, of course, which are very important. So let's click on here. Now in the controller, I don't have anything. So what I can do here, I can just say const user controllers. Controllers like that. Controller is not correct. I need to correct it. Controllers, voila. So I'm gonna export it directly because I need that. I know that I'm gonna need it. Now where I will need my controller. Where I
In
will need,
routes.
of course, I will need it in route. So I can just say import user. It was user controller. I named it, and it will be from dot slash controller user dot js like that. And of course now, simply I will need different controller depending on the different route I have. I have 5. That means I need 5 controller. So what will be the first one here? Maybe it will be get register form. So here I can just add get register, post register, get login, post login, log out. Yeah, but the naming is not nice actually here. So I'm gonna delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one. You can name your function whatever you want to, but I don't think those naming are quite nice. So let me get rid of all of them. And here I will name it get register form. Like that, it's better. Post register, that's fine. Get login form should be clear as well. Post login, that's okay. So it's fine now. So like that, I know that this one is a form. I'm sending here a form, and here just register. And I don't need post register, by the way. I can just name it register. Actually, it will be even better. And here I don't need post login. I can just name it login. And here get logout. No, I can just name it logout, which will be much better. Voila. So all I need to do now, I need to destructure my method here. So I am inside an object, and inside this object, I have 5 different methods. And what I can do, I can destructure. That means I can get all these methods from my object. So what I can do here, I can just say const and the name of my function, which all of them, which was get register form, register, get login form, and login and logout is equal to user controller. And of course, here's the first one here, because it's a get here. Whenever it happens, I want to execute this guy here, which is get register form. The second one, because the method is post, so I will need to execute register. The third one, because it's a login, so I need to send him a form. I will need this guy. And the last here, this one, it will be login, of course. And the last one, it will be logout. And that should be clear. Voila. Now I am quite sure that I imported my controller into the route, and I make sure that I am executing the correct functions this way, which is good. Click, let me close everything. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to import my route. Currently, I just have user, so I can just say import user route. Yes, it's from /route user.js. I need to make sure that I am exporting them. Yes, I am exporting the router. Because that's default export, I can name it whatever I want to when I'm importing it. So I can name it whatever I want to, but if it's not a default export, you cannot. So import user route from /route user, and now I need to use them. So let's try to use them here. And voila. So here, instead of user, I will just name it API /user route, and that should be fine for now. What do I need to do now? Well, I need to go to my controller. So now in my controller, what do I need to do? What do I need? Do I need the module, or I don't need the module?
Yes, you need.
Okay, so let me import my module first. So import user from /. So I'm going out. File is already used. No. Yeah, because it's not capital U, it's lower U. Voila. User, voila. That should be fine. Okay, I need bunch of function actually. I will need a bunch of function, and this bunch of function, it will be inside util here. So I need to import hash password, match password, validate email, validate password. And also in my middleware, no, I don't need logger. Verify token, do I need it? Do I need verify token here? I don't think I need it. Yes. Well, maybe I need it because when I'm trying, no, I don't think I'll need it. Anyway, let me import everything. If I need it, then I will import whatever I want to. So here I can just say import bcrypt. I will need bcrypt, of course, to hash the password. I will need GWT, by the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little bit interesting. So I'm going to do that. Why I did that? Well, because normally I like to put my library. So that's the library here at the top. Then I have the user module. It's quite clear. And now here, make some space and I will import my util function. So I can just say import, what the hell we call it, hash password, for example, hash password from .util hash password, which is good. And I need to import the validate email and validate password. So import validate email. That should be okay as well. And then I need to import validate password. And also, no, that's not correct, this one. I don't have validate username. I can just import match password if I name it match passwords. So match password from /match password. And in case I needed this verified token, I can import it, but for now it should be fine. So I have bcrypt, I'll need it to hash the password. I need GW2 to create a token. That's my user module. Notice I make some space between them without anything, but it just make it easy for me to know, okay, those are the library I installed. This is my module, and those are util function. And if you want to add a short note like that, utils like that, it will be okay as well. Here, util and module. And for this one, you don't need to because they're obviously they are a library. Okay. So what will be the first step I need to do? Yep. If I go to get register form, what should I do? Guys?
Rest status and create EJS.
So what I need to do here, I can just say response.status. How much the status it will be?
200.
It will be 200, right? Because I am trying just to send a form. That is, then I'm rendering register, and let's name it register form like that. Just like that. So I'm gonna copy this guy, and I need to go to my view. Currently in my view, I have nothing. So let me click this one, register form.egs. Voila. And in here, I need to create some HTML. You already know that. And here I can just say register. Register like that. That should be fine. I am serving a static folder, right? So I can just use link CSS to link my CSS. And in here, of course, that's not gonna work. So I need to say /CSS /style.css if I'm not mistaken. Voila. Why I'm doing that? Because whenever I make any folder static and I want to link something, if it's image or CSS, I will imagine myself I am already inside public. So what do I want? I want to go inside the CSS. So it will be /CSS /style.css. And as for the complete path before this one, so this static file already give me. So when I go to here, where is my static? It's already give me, for example, users /blah blah /blah blah until public. So it give me until public, but what do I want for my CSS? Yes, it is inside public, but I need to go again. So I need to go /CSS then /style. That's the reason why I just add this this part, which is /css/style.js. The rest is being constructed by this middleware. Okay, fine. Where am I? I'm here. I'm sending this form, and I think I was creating the form. So let me go to my form. Here I can just create a header. And in the header, I can just add an H1. And the H1, just register. And then here I can just create a form. And the form, when the user click on it, it will take me to which route API/register, right? Because why? Because if I go here, if I go to my route, where is my route? User. So where I want to go? Well, I want to go to /register, but the method, it will be post. And because in my main index.js, I am adding /API, so it will be added to everything. And that's the reason why I'm saying /API/register. So basically, it's the same route. But the method here, it will absolutely be different. What is the method?
Post.
Yeah. So now here, how many parameter or how many value do I need for register? We agree that I need 3. So I will just wait for stuff here. Of course, I don't need username. That's stupid. I need email. And here, I'm going to change all of them to email, actually. And I'm going to change this one as well. I make them require, and the type, it's not text. Actually, it's email. Okay, that's fine. Password, that's fine for the password, but now I need something else. Can anyone tell me what do I need? So I need 3 passwords here. So let's just name it 3. And here, capital P. Remember, depending on whatever you name this property name, you will get the value. So I'm naming it 3 password like that. Of course, the type still password, it's required. And here should be register. Okay. I think that should be fine. Voilà. So that's my form. When the user try to go to /register and the method is get, I will send him this form simply. Actually, we can test it here. If we go to /API/register like that, register should be lowercase actually. Register. Click and voila, I have this form here. Of course, you can make it as pretty as you want. You can style it, stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that. You can do that for yourself. So I need the email, I need the password, I need maybe here I should name it the password. Why it's password? Confirm password, let's name it. Confirm password. Again, it's totally up to you to name whatever you want. It's just the naming. All right, let's refresh it. Much better. Okay, now, of course, when the user put his email, put the password, put the confirm password, and click on to register, it will take into the same route /register. So it will be /API/register, but the method, it will be post. And because the method is post, that means I will hit this route, which is called register. Now we need to go inside the register and try to do some stuff. So when I'm trying to register a user, what should I do? What
Check
will
if
be
the email already exists.
But before that, I don't have the email. Where is the email? First, I need to grab the email, the password, and the repassword where?
From the body.
Yeah, request.body. So I can just say const. Come on. Const. Email, password, confirm password. Of course, that's not correct. Be careful with this one. Why? Because if I go to my form, I name it repassword. So it must be exactly like this one here. So I will go here and I will name it repassword like that. So like that, I will have the 3 property. Okay, so now I have the email, I have the password, and I have the repassword. Now, what will be the first step here? Well, obviously, I need to check if the email exists or not. Because if the email exists, that means the user is already registered. I should not allow him to go more than that. So what I can do here, I can just say const email exists. Voila. I'm just gonna remove the S here. So to check if the email exists, of course, I already have. Let me open my module here so I can see. So in order to check if the email exists, I can use my module user, and I already have a static method which is called get by email, and I can use it. Yeah, actually, I don't need that. So I don't need all of that. So I can use just this method get by email. Voila. And here, all I have to pass, I just have to pass an email. Voila. So I've already have the logic here in the user, and the user is trying to do that. Okay. So user.get by email, I have this method, and then I'm passing the email, and then the return, either it will return an object which will be truthy, or it will return nothing or null, or which will be false. So what should I do here?
You need to check if email exists, return 404 and render 404 edges.
Okay, so what I can do here, I can just see if email exists. That's the first step. If email exists, then I'm going to do, if the email exists, I'm gonna return rest status 409. 409 just means that it's the error, user error. And after that, I'm gonna delete this JSON. I'm planning to send an EGS. So I'm gonna use render, and in the render, I can use 404 again. Why? Because simply 404 here, I just need to provide a title and message. That's all I need. And if I go here, my 404, as you can see, I just need to provide title and message. If you don't like to reuse 404, you can create your own AGS. That's fine. So if the email exists, that means the user is already registered. I should not allow him to do so. And of course, as I told you, I am using the return statement. Because I'm using the return statement, do I need else block or not?
No.
No. So the reason why I'm not using else block, because if I use the else block and I have a lot of code inside it, then maybe I need another if and else. Like that, my code, it will be difficult to read. And that's the reason why I check this one first. And like that here, I don't need actually. Well, after I pass this condition, which is, I'm sure that the email does not exist, that means the user is not registered. So I need to validate a few steps. First, I need to validate the email to make sure that the email is pass whatever I want to. And I need to validate the password as well. Why? Because I need to make sure, for example, the password has certain number of character, uppercase, lowercase, and stuff like that. And also, I need to make sure that match password also pass. Why? Because match password, you ask the user to enter his password again to make sure that the user remember, or he did not just enter password and make a mistake. So now I need to validate all these three conditions. And in order to do so, of course, I'm lucky because I already have a util function. I have validate email, I have validate password, and I have match password. So let's just create 3 Boolean. Why 3 Boolean? Because I know this 3 function here, it will return me a Boolean. So I can just say here is const is valid email, and voila. So is valid. What's the problem? Yeah. I should be like that. So is valid email. I'm just using my util function. Also, I need to check here is valid password, validate password, which is my method here. And now here, match password. So here, I can just say const do password match. And I need to pass the password first, then the repassword to make sure that I did not make any mistake. I'm going to go to my util function, match password. So first I need to pass the password, then the repassword. So everything is fine. Okay. Now, this 3 function, it will check for a simple condition, different condition here, of course, validate email, password, and match them. So either they will return true or false. Now, of course, if I say if, what I can do here, I can check if all of 3 are correct. So is valid email and is valid password and is valid, or do my password match. So I will include all 3 conditions. That means only when I have all 3 conditions true, I'm gonna do something. Do password match. Voila. Of course, if all three conditions are true, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do something else. Of course, now that's the easiest one. If one of them is not valid, all I have to do, I just have to send to the user status 400. That means it's user error. And then I will render 404 and the message is 400 invalid email or password. And of course, I will need to close this guy here. Voila. That should be good. But what if the password is valid, the email is valid, and the password and repassword, they do match? What should I do here after that?
Hash password.
So I need to start to hash my password, indeed. So here I can just say hash password. In order to hash my password, let's say I don't remember how to hash my, well, actually I already have a function for that. So all I need to do, I need to use the function here. So hash password like that. So you just need to pass your password. Of course, you can go back to the library, or I can just go here, hash password. We are using bcrypt to create a salt. I told you the salt, it just generate random number of repetition to make it as complex or as not complex, depending. 10 is a default value, which is good for us. And then we are using bcrypt.hash sync. So we are using it synchronously. Why? Because I want to wait until the password is being hashed. Then I'm going to do whatever I want to. I'm passing the password the salt, and it will return me the hash password. And that's what I want to. Okay, now I have my hash password. Now it does make sense now to add a new user, if I am not mistaken, right? Should I create a new user or not?
Yes.
So let's create a new user. But how can I create a new user? Well, it's quite simple. I already have the user module and I already have add. And remember, this one must be an object. Why? Because I am structuring it here inside an object, so it must be an object. So here I can just say create user, and here I can just say user dot add, as you can see, user dot add, and here I need to pass an object. That's the reason why I'm passing object here. Now for the email, I want it to be the same, but for the password, I'm not gonna take whatever the user passed me here. No, I need to take the hash password, and that's the reason why I'm taking the hash password. That should be okay. Okay, I've created the user successfully. I've added the email and the hash password. And after that, what should I do? I need to redirect the user to /login. So he will be able to log in. Yes, no? I'm going to log this step. Why? Because what I want to do, hash password, I'm just going to log the hash password. Why? Because whenever I don't have any user currently, hash password, I don't have any user currently. So when I create or register a new user, I wanted to see the hash password so I can save it in my array user here. Or after that, of course, I need to redirect. So I need to redirect to /API/login. Now here's 201. I'll make it 302. 302 is as for redirection. And well, that's it. I mean, it's the same logic again and again and again. It should be simple. Good? Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now here for the login form. Well, it's simple. I just need to send a form. So I can just say res.status 200. Sorry. Res.status 200, and I need to render the login form, which I don't have. So let me copy it. Copy. And I'm going to view. Voila. I'm going to create this guy with .egs. Should be lowercase. Well, I can start doing everything, or I can just copy this guy here and I modify it. So it's totally up to you here. Of course, it will not be the style. It's the same. It will not be registered. Of course, it will be login. And here, of course, it will not be registered. It will be login. And of course, when the user try to click the button, I need to redirect him to /API/login. And of course, I don't need a repassword for this guy here. So I need to remove this one. Yes, I need an email and I only need password and everything should be fine. And I just need to change this one from register to login. Voila. Is it okay, guys? It's just I reuse this template and I just use the register form to create a new login form. It's the same idea. Remember, the method is post, and it will redirect me to the same route. Okay, now what we can do here, we can just to test it, what I can do, I can just put the email here and I can put a password, which will be user 1234 and exclamation mark, and user 1234 exclamation mark, and let's hit enter. And it looks like it redirect me to login. Everything is fine. Now, if I go here, yeah, it looks like I'm logging something wrong. So let me go to user. I'm logging the function itself, which is bad. I don't want to log the function itself. Why do I have? So this is hash password, this is hash password. Okay, they are different, but I'm logging the wrong one. I'm logging what? I'm logging hash password, not hash password. Well, thank you for telling me. Now I missed the opportunity. So what I need to do now, let me just shut down my server. I will run it again because I'm planning to use the same user. Let me just go to /register. Voila, email, same idea here, user with capital U1234, exclamation mark, and user 234, exclamation mark, click, and that should be created correctly. So that's my hash password. I'm gonna copy it. Voila, let's just copy it, and now let's go inside our user. Now I can create my user. Okay, so as a user, I will need a new ID, so I'm using UID. I will need an email. I don't want the name, I just want the email. And of course, I will need password. Password here. So the password, I'm gonna put the hash password. That should be good. And the email was at gmail.com. Voila. Should be fine. So I have already a user, which is fine. Now what I need to do here, now I need to work on my login controller, because I know it will return a form. That's fine. I need now to work on this guy here. So let me close this guy. Let me close all of them actually for now, so I don't have close, click. Let me stay here. I'm gonna collapse this one. I'm gonna collapse this one. I don't need them anymore. I need to focus on, I need to collapse this one. Now I need to focus on this one. Okay. So what should I do on the login? So when the user try to log in, and the form, I will have the email and the password. And of course, it will redirect me to login. Why? Because if I go to the user route, inside my form, I'm redirecting to /API/login, and the method is post. That means it will hit this one. /API, which will be added by this guy by default, /API. And now /API/ it will be login, the method is post. So this is the controller responsible for logging the user in, or for the log the user in. So what should I do here? What will be the first step? Yes, guys?
Take the
What is
email and the password from the body.
Of course, I need the email and the password from the body. The second step, it will be exactly like register. I need to make sure that, so what I need to do here, I need to make sure that the email exists. If the email does not exist, that means the user is not registered. If it exists, that means the user is registered, and I can go to the next step. So what I can do here, I can just say const email exist. And of course, here I can use user.getByEmail, and to make sure that I am using the correct method, I can just open it here. And as you can see, I can use user static method .getByEmail. Everything's fine. I'm passing my email. Well, now here, I will have two possibilities. Either I will have the email or not. Of course, if I don't have the email, that means the user is, yeah. If I don't have the email, that means the user is, yeah, the email is not registered, so the user does not register. So what I can do here, I can just say if no email, or I can just say if no email exists, voila. So what I can do here, simply I can just return status 404. That means it does not exist, and I can render the same idea 404 EGS template, and I'm passing title 404, email does not exist. Simply like that. Please register. Please register. That should be fine for now. Remember, I'm using returns. That means I will not need the else block. So to get rid of the else block, now here, if I am making sure that the email exists, what should be the next step? I need now to compare password somehow to make sure that the entered password by the user, it matches the hash password which I have it in my database. Because I'm using hash password, I cannot do it, so I need to use bcrypt. I already have bcrypt, so let's try to do it. So let's compare the password here. So I can just say bcrypt like that, dot compare. So that's the method we use. Then I need to pass the password which the user enter, comma. Now I will need the hash password. How can I access the hash password? How can I access the hash password? Well, remember this one here, email exists. So if it exists, it will return me an object because the user is an object here. And here I can just use this name dot email and the email here, dot password, and the password it will be the hashed one. So all I have to do, I can just say email exists dot password. That's the hash password. And of course I have a callback function. So let me just do this one for now. Close this one. So here I will need a callback function because this method do it asynchronously. And here I will just say valid. And voila. So let me create my function like that and everything should be fine. Okay, so what I need to do in bcrypt, I need to pass the password here as a user enter, and I need the hash password. How can I access it? Well, if the email exists, I will go to this point. If email does not exist, I'm gonna stop here. I'm using a return, so my function, it will be stopped. But if I reach this point here, that means the email exists. And if the email exists here, it will return me a user object. And in order to access it, I can just say email exists.password, which will be the hash password. Then I have error and valid. Of course, if error, I can just say if error. I can just throw an error if you want to. I can log console.log error. Is totally up to you. And of course, if I have one line in if block, I don't need to put curly braces. It's a bit clear now, but just to make it okay, I'm gonna just do this one here. Just throw an error, or I can just console.log it actually. So I'm gonna use console.error and I can log the error. Now valid here, it will be a Boolean. That's the reason why I name it valid. If it is valid, that means the password and the real password match. And of course, if it's not valid, then there's something else, right? So what should I do here? I need to check, right? So I can just say if valid. If it is valid, that means the password and the hash password, they do match, right? Yes, no? So I will have some code here. Else, I will have something else. So if the password here and the hash password does not match, of course, I need to tell the user this one. So I need to say res.status 401. Actually, it's 409. 409, which tells the user that simply it's invalid password or what? Or email. 409. Of course, you can write the title whatever you want to. I'm just passing the status code. You can write a nice title. And here, what I'm doing here, I'm changing your email is not valid or your password is not valid. But of course, if it is valid, that's okay. So now I need to create what?
Token.
Yes, so now I need to create a token. So in order to create a token, which library I will need?
JWT.
Yeah, JSON web token. So here I can just say create token. So here to create token, I can just say const my token or token, whatever you want to. It's gwt.sign. And here I need to pass a few parameters here. So actually I will accept all of them. So I need to pass an object. The first object is that what we call the payload. The payload normally it's user data. It must be an object. Here I don't have any user data except the email, so I just put the email. Then I need process.inf.gwt secret. Well, I don't know if I name it in my .inf.gwt secret or not, so I need to check it. And expire in 1 hour. I don't want to implement this one here, expire. Voila. That should be fine for me. But what I'm going to do here, I need to make sure now whatever stuff I put it inside my .inf is called gwt secret. So let's go here. See, it's called token secret. So either I'm going to keep it or I can modify it. To be honest, gwt is more descriptive. It's better. But anyway, you can use any name you want to. gwt secret. So now I know everything is fine and my token is created. Now, of course, when my token is created, it will be saved in this variable. And as you know, the token, it's very long string. So what I can do here, I can just say if token. That means if I have a token, well, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna, before I'm sending a status 200 and I'm redirecting the user, that's not what I want to. I want to redirect the user to /API/ what do we name it? What was the home? API, let's name it dog, right? Or dogs. Like that.
Yeah.
Because it's a new project. So I will name it API/dog for now. Of course, I am trying to redirect, so the status normally should be 302. But now I am doing something, I need to do something before this step, before I'm redirecting. I've created my token, but I need to do something for my token. I mean, if I'm not going to do something with my tokens, then why I did create it in the first place?
You need to create cookie.
Yes, so I need to create a cookie. The idea of the cookie is I want to save the token in the user, in the client browser as a cookie. Why? Because each time like that, each time the client send me a request, the token or the cookie, it will be attached automatically. And like that, I could know if the token is valid or not. And like that, I can validate the user or not. So it's really depend on me. So here I need to set a cookie. So let me set cookie. Here to set a cookie, I can just say res.cookie. So res.cookie like that. That's a method. Cookie. Voila. And here I can, of course, for the cookie, I will need the name or the key, whatever you name it. It's a string. I will name it token. And the value is a value, of course, it will be this way. And here I have an object with different parameter here or different option. All the time I make HTTP only true. Why? Because like that, the script in the front end will not be able to access my token. And now you may tell me, but my token is okay, secure enough. I mean, if you change something, the user I will know it's not valid. Well, yes, but I mean, it's a better idea not allow any script to access my token in the first place. Simply like that. Well, that should be okay. Now here, if I log it successfully, it should take me to /API/docs, but of course I don't have /API/doc yet. So I need to work on it later on. So I cannot fully test it for now. Let's just keep it for later. Now for the logout, actually it will be quite simple. In the logout, all I have to do, I need to clear
Cookies.
So I need to clear the cookie now, yes. So I can just say res.clear and should have a method, but it doesn't show me clear cookie. And what is the name of my cookie? Well, it was token. Voila, token. And now it will clear it. And after that, all I have to do, I need to redirect it again to API/doc here or to /register. It really depend on you. So I'm going to redirect the user to here. I'm going to redirect the user to /API/docs when he log out. You don't need the return statement because I have no code here. And yes, I'm using a return. I don't need it also because I don't have any code after that, but that's fine. That's fine. Like that, we were able to finish all the user controller, the user modules, the user route, and everything. Do you have any question about authentication, GWT, bcrypt, blah, blah, everything we studied so far? Question? Question? Any doubt, any question? No, everything is good? Well, I hope so. Okay, let's get rid of this one. 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 Now I need to go to simply, I need to go to this hash. I don't need this util function anymore. I will need to go to dogs here, and now I need to create my route for dogs. So what possible option do I have? Well, I need to be able to get all dogs and go to specific dog using the ID, and also I need to be able to add a dog. Of course, I can do also update and delete. I'm going to code them, but I will not be able to test them from the browser. I will need, because I don't have fully function frontend. So I can use Postman to test that if I want to. So let's go, how many route do I need? So quite simply, I will need router. So the first one, it will be router.get. And I need to get rid of this function for now. I don't need the function. I just need to define the route now. So it will be slash. Remember, when I'm using this one, I will add slash API. So here I want all dogs, just like that. After that, I will need to be able to get one specific dog. So it will be dogs slash param, which is the ID, which I need to pass. That's fine. Here I need to be able to post a dog. Of course, post a dog, that means I need to be able to add a dog. But before it being able to add a dog, also I need another thing actually. I will need a router.get. And in this get here, it will be, what should I name it here? Dog slash, let's name it dog like that. Of course, this one is wrong. Can anyone tell me why this one is wrong? It should be single dog, because when we try to post a dog, we will be able to add just one of them. Okay, so maybe I can just name it here add dog like that. Just make it capital. No, normally I use dashes, right? Do I use dashes normally or no?
Yes.
Okay. Add dog like that. And here I will use the same exactly, add dog. So let me use the same, but the method, it will be different, of course. And I need slash before it. Okay, why did I create two of them? Well, because when the user go to get add dog, I need to be able to send him a form, so he will be able to add a dog. And here, when he click on the bottom add, it will redirect it to the same route, but the method, it will be post like that. I can grab all the data and validate them and add dogs. Well, for the other one here, I need to be able to put a dog, and also I need to be able to delete a dog. So that should be fine. Again, these two methods here, I cannot really test them from my EGS, but I can use Postman to do so. Those are the same, and here's the only one here it's required for it will be when I'm trying to add a dog. Maybe actually I just gonna remove it. I don't like this guy. Let's just name it add like that. I mean, it's quite clear because I am inside the dog route, so I will, it's quite clear it will be add here. Yeah, let's just name it add, that's fine. Okay, I've defined my route. What should I do after that? Did I import my route here? Did I import my route?
Not yet.
So I can just import dog routes. And of course, it's from dot/route.dog.js. And now here, all I have to do, I need to use them. Where is it? It's here, I think. No, sorry, I even cannot see. Yeah. So let's do the same here. I will need slash API and dog route. Let's just make sure, yes, I'm using the correct name. Okay, I was able to import my routes. That's nice. And now what I need to do here, I need to create another module, which is called dog.js. Of course, for the module, I will need the UUID, so I can just copy it here, so I don't have to repeat it. Actually, let me copy all of that like that. Let me go here, let me just post it. And here, instead of user, I'm gonna just name it dogs like that. Of course, here I need to add some stuff here. The name, for example, I don't know, age. You can add as property as you want to. Of course, we need an image. It's nice to have an image, actually. I will not be sure that the image is correct. If it's not correct, then I can check it. So for dogs, let me import this one. Now I need to create a class. What's the class name? Class dog. And after, of course, I create my class, what should I do? I need to export it. So I'm going to export it directly here like that. Okay, fine. What do you think different method I need? And of course, it depends on my different route I have. So let me able different route. What do you think different method I need to be able to do in my module dog? So I will need to be able to get all dogs, of course. I will need to be able to get one dog. I need to be able to add a dog. And here is just a form here. That's what I need. Also, I need to be able to update a dog. Also, I need to be able to delete a dog, right? So I will need quite little bit functionality. So let's go to the first one, which will be get all. So I can just declare a new method and I can just name it static get all. Why static? Because now I am planning to put, I don't have to create an object every time I want to use this method. So I can just use my class dog dot or get all, and it will return me all the dog. And now, of course, I will need now to get a dog by ID, so I can create another static method, get by ID. You can name it. It will take the ID, and then it will try to return dogs dot find one dog within the dog ID. It's equal to my ID. I will need to be able to add a new dog. So let me make another static method. And here it will be add, only add. And of course, add, it will receive a dog object. Remember, it need to be an object. And here, what should I do? Well, all I have to do, I can create a new dog, just like we created for the user. I don't have the ID. So what I can do, I can use UUID here, which I name it ID. And then here I can take all the property from dog object, destructure it inside this new dog. I can push my new dog and then I can return it here. It's fine. So I was able to add a new dog successfully. Here, post. I was able to get specific dog. I was able to get all dog. Now I need to be able to update a dog and delete a dog. So let's add here static as well. So static here, update. I can use the same function here. So it should be fine. Update. And in update, of course, I will need the ID and I will need the new dog data. Voila. Update should be correct, actually. Voila. So what could be the solution for that? Well, the solution here, first, I can try to find the dog to make sure if it exists or not. And what even we can do to make it better, we can take this find method and put it in util. You already know that because we've done that before, right? So because this find, we will use it a lot, you can put it in util and you do it this way. I'm not gonna do it now, but you can do that if you want to. Okay, so what should I do? First, I need to make sure the dog exists. Dog exists, because if the dog does not exist, how can I update a dog which does not exist? So dogs dot find dog when dog ID is equal to ID. Remember, I'm repeating the code here. That's not a good approach. So it will be better actually to create a util function, but for now it's fine. Dog exists. Well, I have two possibilities. If the dog exists, I will try to update it. If the dog does not exist, then I will just send something to the user or do something simply. I will return null simply. So here I can just say if dog exists. Well, if the dog exists, that means the dog, it will be an object. So what I can do here, well, I can simply use dog exist dot name. So I can update the name, and here I need to know what different property I have. So I can update the name, the breed, the age, and the image, and I can actually update all of them. So name, breed, and age, and image. Voila. Of course, I'm not gonna update the ID. The ID is unique. And here, if there is dog exists, what I'm doing here, I'm updating all of them. Then I can return the dog exists. Why? Because the dog exists, the property is already been updated. Of course, if the dog does not exist, I should return what? Null. Why null? Because like that, when I do it in my controller, I know I have nothing, null, false value. So I will send the user, for example, 404. The dog you are trying to update does not exist, simply like that. Okay. The last one here, it will be delete. So we have many ways to do the delete. So I can just say delete. Actually, delete is reserved keyword, so maybe it's not a good idea to use delete. Maybe you can use remove. ID, of course, to remove something, I will need the ID. And here I can do a different stuff. Of course, I can use filter as I'm normally doing. So I will check first if the dog exists. If it exists, then I'm going to update my dog array here, which will be equal to dog.filter. And of course, here that means I will keep all the dog if their ID is not like this ID. But if this ID match my ID, I will not keep it. And I'm returning dog exists, which will be this the dog here. Yeah. So when I delete the dog successfully, I'm returning the dog. Or maybe I can return true. It really doesn't matter. I don't need it because. And when I'm not returning it, I can return false. Just so I know it, because when I call this function inside the controller, I need to know if it was being deleted or not. So here, I don't want to return the dog itself. Here, for example, when I'm updating, I'm returning the dog itself, which is the object, it's truthy, and null is falsy. But here, when I'm deleting it successfully, I'm just returning true. That means I will know it was being deleted, and false, I know it's not being deleted successfully. Do you have any problem with this method? Any problem with this method?
No.
Good. So we finish with our module. We finish with our route. What we need to do now, we simply need to go to our controller and create our controller. So let me get rid of this one, get rid of this one, get rid of this one, and this one, and this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. In the controller, I need to create a dog.js. Of course, let me create the dog controller first, so I can just say dog controller will be equal an object, and I can export it directly. Voila. Of course, I don't know what different function I want, so it would be a good idea to go to my route. And like that, I know how many functions do I need to execute. Now, in my controller, what do I need here? What do I need in my controller? Do I need the module or not?
Yes, you need.
So I need to import my module dog because it includes all the functionality I need. So I need to say import dog, it was with capital D. So it will be from dot/module dog.js. Now let me make sure I just name it correctly because yes, it is dog.js. So everything is fine then. Okay, I'm just importing my module. That should be fine. How many functions do I need? How many functions do I need?
6.
Indeed, I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But let me define my function first, and after that, I will need my module to do the logic. So yeah, to make sure I'm using the correct function. So first, I will need what do we name it? Get all. Let's just name it get all. And here, what I want from here, I don't want any code. I just need the name of the method. I don't need the code one. Okay. So it will be get all dog or just get, actually it should be better get all dog. Okay. Or get dogs is better. Here I will need another function. I can name it get one dog. So it will be just get dog like that. After that, I will need to be able to add dog. So let's name it just add dog. Then I need to be able to update a dog. I need to be able to remove or delete a dog. That should be fine. So that's 5 functions here. Now all I need to do now, I need to go here, and what do I need to import from here? Import.
The controllers.
Yes, so I need to import my controller. So what do we name it here? We name it dog controller, if I'm not mistaken, dog controllers. So it's from dot/controller dog.js. And I now here, I need to destructure it to get all the function out. So I can just say false. And well, that's all my 5 functions. I just make sure they're correct. Get dogs, get dog, add dog, yes, update, and remove dog. That's okay. Of course, now I need to be able to add, which is called get dogs. That's the first one. I need one single dog, so I need to be able to do get dog, single one. And here in add, okay, I forgot get dog.
Yeah, we need to add dog form.
Yes, you're right. Add dog form. Okay, I need to destructure it as well here. Dog, it should be here. Voila. We have now add dog form, so let's add dog form. Yes, that should be fine. Here I will need add dog. And here I will need update dog, if I'm not mistaken. That was the last one, it will be delete dog. Or remove dog, whatever you want to name it. I did not name it remove delete, because delete alone, it's a keyword actually in JavaScript. But here, if I have delete dog, 2 words, it's fine. I can use it, but fine. Let's name it remove dog, it's fine. Okay, now everything should be fine here, if I am not mistaken. For now, I don't need anything here. I'm gonna open my module. Why? Because I need to know how many functions I have here, and I need to know that I am using the correct function. Okay, let me create this one. Let me click this one, and let me click this one.
Maybe you can take a short break.
It will be a good idea, actually. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, so I need to be able to get all the dogs, and in order to do so, well, it's quite simple. I can just say const dogs like that. It will be equal to my class module, which is dog dot get all, as you can see, and I can use this one. Now I will have all my dog. Remember that dog, it will be an array. And now what I can send to the user, I can send him status 200, and I can render a specific view. So let's just say return a status. Well, actually, I don't need return. Where's status? Status, it will be 200. And dot render, I want to render a dog. So I will name my EGS dogs. And here I am passing inside an object dogs here. Remember these dogs here, it will be an array. Okay, so what should I do? Well, it should be quite simple. Let's go to the view and let's click on this one. Let's create a dog.egs. And in here, dog.egs, I will need a few stuff. So let me create a template, and I will need dogs like that. I'll need to add my CSS in case I want to add any CSS. So voila, and it should be slash CSS slash style. That's okay. Let me create a header here. Let me create a header. And it's not head, it's header actually. Okay, let me create an H1. And here, let's just name it dogs. And of course, what do I know? What do I need to do after that? What should I do?
For each.
Yes, because why dog here, I am passing an array, so I can use for each. So in order to use for each, I can use angle bracket %, and then % angle bracket just to close it for now. And here I can just, I think I name it, what was the property? It's called dog.
Dogs.
Dogs, yes. So dogs dot for each. And here for each, it's higher order method. I take a function as a parameter, and I have for each dog, I can name it. What do I need to do for each dog? Well, I will create a function like that. And now, of course, I need to divide it into two parts. That will be the first part, and this one, it will be the second part. Voila. Now, what do I want to do? Now I have the dog here object. Well, I will probably need to render the image, the name, and the breed maybe, and the age. So some information here. So let me create a div. I will create a div. Let's give it a class as well. Div with class dog, let's name it. And in dog here, I just want to render these guys here, which will be the dog name, the dog breed, and the dog age. But before that, I want to render something else. What is the something else?
Image.
Yes, so I'm going to create a div with class image, and I want to render the image. And of course, here to render the image, I will have dog.image, which I don't have, but I have .img, and I have dog.name, which will be my alt, which everything should be fine now. Now, at any point, if your code is not being formatting, that's because simply you already have some setting for prettier. So you need to run npm run format, and it should now update all your code. Everything should be fine. I'm going to run my server again. Voila. And now if I go to API/docs, I should find those. But before doing those, I want to also include my navigation bar. In order to do so, I need to use angle bracket, % and
minus include.
Yes, minus include. And here I can add the path. The path, this one is not correct, of course. It will be ./includes/navEGS. Okay, now what I want to do here also in the navigation bar, I need to pass some data, which will mostly be the token. Why? Because simply I need to know token like that. Because simply here, if I go to my navigation bar, I don't have navigation bar. Shit. I need to create it. Nav. And here I can create those. Fine. I just create those. So I need no dogs like that. I need here it will be /API/dogs. Okay, and I need a single dog. No, I don't need single dog. I just need add dog. So let me go here. So what I need here, I want API/register. And here I can add register. Also, I will need the login, right?
Yes.
So I can duplicate it and I can just say log in. And of course, I need to change this one, log in. And also I need add dog if I'm not mistaken. So here I can just do this one, and add dogs should go to add if I'm not mistaken. Add new dog. Okay, let me just make sure that my route are correct. So indeed it's add, okay. Okay, that should be fine. Of course, I need to render some of them conditionally. What do I mean by that? So here, add dog, register and login. If there is a token, I should not show these three. Okay, so if there is a token, I should not show these three. So in order to do so, I can just put a condition and just say angle bracket %, and I can just say token like that. And I can just now close it maybe. So I can just say if token. And of course, here I can put my condition this way and this way, but I need to take this part, cut it, and here close this one. That's my condition. And let me put this one here. I don't want else. I just want this guy here. So I don't need that. I want only that. Well, okay. So if there is a token, I actually, that always should be there. If there is a token, I should show this one. If there is no token, I should show this one. So what I can do, either I can just add not here, or if no token like that. So if I don't have a token, what should I do? I should show add register login, but if there is a token, then I should show logout, simply like that. Now I can.
Add should be when you have token. So you should change the add.
Are you sure? Yes, you're right. You're right. So this one should be here.
No, it's register.
Sorry. So this guy here, let's cut it. Let me modify them. I just don't like the structure this way. So if I have token, I will keep the add, and I will keep this guy here. Let me cut this one. Voila. But if I don't have a token, and yeah, but okay, I should add else actually. Else, angle bracket. And here I just need to add login and register, I think. That should be okay. Okay, that should be API/login. API/login. This one should be API/register. So what's going on here? I'm gonna show this dog all the time. And then if there is a token, I'm gonna show API add, and I will show logout. But if there is no token, I'm gonna show API login and API register. It really depends on the condition.
Or API/logout, also API on 9.6.
You're right. API/logout. Okay, fine. But I'm not passing any token now, so of course it will not show me this one. So in my this guy here also I need to get the token. How can I get the token here? From request dot cookies, right? So I can just say const token. It will be equal to request dot cookie. No, it's just cookie like that. My cookie is an object, so I think I can just destructure it this way, and that should be okay. Because we have request.cookies, and inside it, it's an object. I want to get the token, and voila. And here I can just pass my token. Okay, that should be good. Now to get single dog, what do I need? To get single dog, what do I need? Yes.
Class get by ID.
Yes, but first I need the ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can just say const ID, which will be coming from request.param. And after that, I can say const dog, which will be single dog. It will be equal to dog.getById, and I have this method, as you can see, and I'm passing the ID. Here I will have how many possibilities? Well, I have two possibilities. Either I have the dog or not. So if I have the dog, then I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do something else. Well, yes, but I will not do that. Here I can just render. And I'm gonna render 404, I think I have it. And here I will need a title and message. So let me add title. And I will add a message as well. No message. dog not found. That should be fine. But if dog exists here, I can just say res200 render dog, and I am passing my dog here. Remember, my dog is an object. Okay, that's fine. So I need to create now a new template here, which will be dog, simply dog.ejs. What I can do, I can go here and maybe I can just copy this guy here. Because I have the all property, it's the same. So I just need to create a structure here. And in here, I can just create a header with h1 and then with single dog like that. And then I can add my code like that. I need to remove this one. Yeah, that should be good. So I will have a dog object dot image dot name blah blah. I have everything here. I just need to add now my CSS. So it will be link CSS. It will be /CSS /style.css. That should be okay. But what I need to do, I need to go to docs again here, and here I can add a button, for example. So let's add a button. In this button, I will add an href, and here it will go to /API/dogs and specific ID. And here you can just say show more info. Oh, that should be okay. Okay.
There is doc._.
Where is
on
it?
line 25.
Yeah, it's ID actually, it's not underscore, dog of ID. Okay, let me go to my /API/dogs. I should find all the dogs. No, yeah, because it's not fdog. It's just dogs. Voila. So as you can see, I have single dogs as a reason. I have my image, the name, and how many years old. And notice now here it's /dog. If I click on this one, it will take me to /ID. And in here, it will show me the dog and some information. It will be nice to have a button here. When I click on it, take me to all dogs. So that's what I'm going to do. So I need to go to dog here. And in here, maybe I can add a button. And this button here, when I click on them, I want to go to API/dog without any ID like that. Show all dogs, for example. All dogs. This is just a HTML. I mean, it's not something biggie. Now, if I click on this one, it will take me back to all dogs like that. That should be fine. What else we need? Now we need a form, and this form here, it will be to add a dog if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So this one should be fine. This one should be fine. Let's go to add dog form. Well, to add dog form, it's quite simple. I just need to send a form. So status 200, and the form, it will be add dog. So let me copy this one. Do I have any add something here? No. So let me add dog.ejs. And I don't want to repeat all this one, so I'm gonna copy this one, paste it here, and I'm gonna just remove those here. Why is the header? Why is the header is here? That's wrong. It should be here. It was in dog, I think. Yeah, this one shouldn't be here. Okay. Should be fine anyway. Let me go to our dog now. In our dog, I don't need all of that. So I will need just a header here, and I can just say add, dog. And you can just copy it and paste it here. That's okay. I don't need this guy here. What do I need now? What do I need?
The form.
So I need a form, and the action, it will be /API/add, right? So if I go to my route, dog route, not you. Yes, so it's add actually. That's what I want to add. The method is post, so it will hit this one. That's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And of course, the method, I need to mention it, not forget it. It's post. Okay, now what information do I want? Well, I'll need different. I will name, breed, age, and image. So we can add all of those here. So we have the name, that's okay. We have the breed, we have the age, we have image URL, and we have submit. So everything should be fine. And just make sure that the ID matches and the name matches. Age, yes, breed, and name. Okay, so that's simply my form. And now for here, of course, I cannot see it. The user need to be registered in order to use the form, but my form is okay. Okay, now what should I do in here? When I try to add a dog, what should I do?
Take name, breed, age, image from the body.
So I need to take name, age, breed, and image from the body. And after that, what I can do here, I can make sure that all of them exist. So I can just add a condition, say if name and breed and age and stuff like that. So if all of them here exist, and age and IMG, all of them exist. What should I do? If all of them, what should I do? And if
Plus
all
dog.
Yes, if one of them does not exist, so what should I do? I need to send the status 400. That means it's a user error. I don't want that. I want 404 because I already have the template. All fields are required. That's good message. But now I need the title as well. So here, let me just copy this one like that. And this add title here. And let's name it, for example, what should we name the title? Yeah, just an error. I'm just gonna name it an error. You can name it whatever you want, something like that. Okay, doesn't matter. So if one of those guys does not exist, the title it will be an error. Then the message all fields are required. But if I have all of them, that means I know I can add a new dog. And in order to add a new dog, I already have a method here, as you can see, and then I need to pass an object here. So what I can do here now, I can just use my dog like that. Of course, if I need the new dog, I can save it, by the way. Why? Because here I'm returning the new dog. So I can just say const new dog. It will be dog.add. And I'm passing an object. I'm passing name, breed, age, and image. I don't need the ID because I'm generating it here. And here that will be my new dog. And of course, I can now, I don't think I'll need it. I can just send, no, I can redirect actually here because what I want to do, I want to redirect to /API/ oh, that's it. And the redirection here, the status is 3.0. So it should be simple. When I add a dog, I want to redirect it again to all dogs like that. I can see them. And here, instead of push, if I want the dog to be at the top, I can use N shift and it will show me the dog at the top. It doesn't matter really. Okay, that's fine now. I need to be able also to update and delete a dog. To update a dog here, so first I need to know the ID, so I can just say const ID. And actually, I don't want that because I have a method which do that for me. Yeah, so the method does that for me actually. So what I can do here, I can just say const ID. I just need the ID now. Only the ID. Request.param, and also I need the new data. So I will need name, breed, age from requested bodies as the new data. And after that, what I can do here, I can just say const updated dog, or whatever you want to update it. Updated dog. Now it will equal to dog.update. So if I say dogs, that's my class dot update, and I need to pass here an ID. So I'm getting the ID, and I need to pass an object, which is a new data, which include name, breed, age, and image. Now, of course, what I can do here, I can add also extra condition here. So this extra condition, it will be, for example, I can say if name, breed, age, if all of them exist, then I can execute my code. If all of them does not exist, then I'm not gonna do that. So if I have all three of them, then I'm gonna update the dog and I pass this one. And of course, whenever I am doing that, as you can see, I have, if the dog is being updated, I can just redirect the user to /API/dog. If not, I can send him a message with title dog not found, dog not found. But if I don't have those here, all four, I can also now do something right. What should I do? Well, I can send again to the user 400. I can say an error message, all fields are required to update and something like that. Voila. Delete, it should be very simple. So I just need to pass the ID for delete. So I need to const and voila. And here, remember, if the dog is being deleted, I'm returning true. If not, I'm returning false. So I can declare a variable and I can just say const is dog removed. So is dog removed? Now I'm using dog.remove. I'm passing the ID. And if the dog is being removed, it will return me true. If not, it will return false. And now here I can just put my condition and I say if dog is removed, and now here I can redirect to the main API/dog. But if it's not removed, then I need to tell the user that there is an error happen. And of course, it will be user error. So 404, that means the dog does not exist to delete. Dog not found, dog not found. And voila. Any problem here? Problem? Hello? And we are just repeating the stuff, no more than this. Yes? Should we test everything? Yeah. Let's test everything to make sure it's working. And after that, I think I forgot something important. Can anyone tell me what did I forget? I forgot to protect my route, right? There's some route I need to protect, right?
Yes, we verify token.
So I need to import verify token, and it's from -- middleware, yes, verify token. So this is a middleware. So what I can do here, I should not allow the user to get this form if there is no token. I also should not allow the user. Actually, it's fine. I mean, when the user gets this one, it will be fine. But also, I should add this one also for update and also for delete. So if the user does not have a token, we should not allow the user to do this route. It should only be allowed to do all get all dog and see one dog. The rest, no. It need to be, yes.
But we do it with navigation or not?
No.
So if there is no token, so he will not see the add form.
Yes, you are absolutely right. But let's say somehow someone able to access our code in some reason. Okay, so when is it? That's the form. What is it? That's form. Let's just remove this one form now. Okay. Now let's say for some reason, I don't know what was the reason, but some guys here was able to obtain this route API/add, and just type this one API/ just add, click, and it's not add a flight, it's just add here. See, we are not showing him the route, but he can still access the route. Yes, Agnieszka?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, because we are not protecting the route, so he's still able to access the route. If he types /@ / something, you play with it a little bit, he may be able to see it, but we need to protect that. But notice now,
you have a token.
yes, of course. So we'll protect it with the token, and now if I try to do it again, notice what will happen. Click authorize. You are not authorized to access this page. See? Dogs. So that's what we called authorization. Authorization does mean is the user, it doesn't, by the way, we sometimes, even if the user is logged in, we will not allow him to access some routes. But in our case, we don't have the same stuff here. So for example, if I'm a Facebook user, I can access my stuff, but I cannot access other people's stuff. So what I'm going to do here, I will allow the user to, whatever he do, he can see these two routes, but the rest, I will not allow him at all if he's not logged in. So in order to do so, I can just use a middleware verify token, verify token, verify token, verify token, and that's it. Yes, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, now the user need to be logged in and have a token, valid token, if he can do this process here, this different operation. But he can just get now, if I go to dog, I can see all the dog, as you can see. What the navigation we did here, it just show us those, Agnieszka. So I don't have a token. That means I will show the logins, the register, and the dog, okay? But of course, I can see single dog as well. As you can see, I can see single dog. Now, but let's try to log in. Of course, I already have a user. Let's try to log in now. So to log in here, I have Sam here, and I have user 1, 2, 3, 4, exclamation mark, enter, and voila. Now I am logged in. How could I know that I am logged in? Well, it's quite simple. If I go just to this guy, I go to application and I go to my cookie. See, I have my token. Because I have the token, see, my page is being, or my navigation bar is being updated. So now I am able to add a new dog. I am able to log out. And because I have token, I click on this one. You are forbidden from accessing this page. Why? Let's see. API / 403, it's forbidden. Shouldn't be like that, actually. Verify token. No, that's not correct. Am I checking? Okay, let me remove it from the form here. For some reason, it's telling me you are not very well. I should be able. I'm sure I'm authorized, actually. Do I have my token? Yes, I have. Application. I have my good token. Okay, let's go to verify token. Let's put a breakpoint here. I need to cancel this one. And I'm gonna run my debugger. And let's try to, yes, it's been okay. Let's try to refresh this one. Now, if I do that, and here go to the cookies, yes, I have token. It is token. So if no token, so let me go in here. Yeah, so that should be fine. I think it's not about the token. It's just we having an error. So because the method stuff is giving us, it's 403 here. So that's the error is here actually. So you are forbidden from accessing this page.
So I think you changed the token secret to, yeah, now it's a different name.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, it's...
okay, let me just do this one. See, small stuff you do, and then you don't update everything, it causes you a lot of problem. So I'm gonna copy this one, and now I'm going to my token, and I need to update this guy. And now if I update this guy, voila, now I should be okay. Now click, Let's run our server. And voila. And let's do it again. Refresh. And voila. As you can see now, I'm able to access it 100%. So the reason why it's happening is just simply because I forget to update this guy here. So it was, I named it token secret, and now here I rename it to GWT secret, but I did not update it in the middleware, which is verify token. But yeah, voila. So now this route is 100% protected. And to prove that for you, now I can see it. I can see my form, but if I came here and I delete my, where is it? Let me delete my, this guy here token. Let's refresh and see. Unauthorized, you are not authorized to access this page. So I cannot access it if I don't have a token. So let me go to API/docs. And now let me try to log in again. And voila, user 1234. And I have exclamation mark, click. And voila, I have my token. Everything should be fine. Now I will be able to add a new dog. So let's name GS, breed, I don't know. What dog breed do we have?
Cocker Spaniel. Shiba Inu.
Dogs breed, Shiba Inu? It's like that?
Shiba Inu.
Shiba.
Or Akita Inu.
I don't care. I just need one image. This one?
Yes. The cutest
Okay.
one.
Copy image address. Yes. I will copy the address here. What was the breed? Shiba. Okay. Shiba Inu. This is one. Let's name it whatever you want to. It's fine. And in here, I'm gonna make the age 2. And of course, if everything is successful, if I add, and voila, now I have this dog, as you can see, and everything should be fine. Oh, so you are able to add a dog. Let's try to update a dog. And in order to update a dog, of course, as you know, I cannot do it from my browser. I can use Postman. So let's try to use Postman for that. So for Postman, unfortunately, I need to log in again, which is annoying, but what can we do? Okay, let's go here. So I have API slash login, right? So let's try to log in, and the method was post, if I'm not mistaken. Now in the body, I need to pass some data. Here, I need to pass the email. And the email was sam@gmail.com. And here's the password. Password, yes. So it was user1234 exclamation mark. Let's try to send. And that should be okay. As you can see, I am receiving this one. If I go to my cookies and click again, I should have my cookie. Voila. So as you can see, I have my token here. Everything is fine. Now I'm logged in. I will try to update a dog. And in order to update a dog, I think it was API update, right? Was it or not? Was the route correct? Well, let's go to route. It's update. No. Yes, it's update, and I need an ID. Of course, currently I do not have an ID. Do I have ID in dog? Let's see. Yeah, it would be problematic because I don't know what this ID is. So I'm gonna, for now, just replace it with one.
Can you console log this ID?
Yes, I can. But for now, I can just do one just so we don't have this problem. So, come on. You came here. I will say update /1. And what information do I need? I need the name. It was name, right? was GS, and I'm gonna name it GS2. What else do I need? Breed, right? Breed. What was the breed? Let's make it she, just like that. The age, it was 2, let's make it 4. And this one here need to be like that. And the last one, IMG, voila. I need to update the IMG as well. I am in JSON, so I need to update this one. Let me go to here. Let's select another image. This one should be fine. Copy image address. Clicky. I'm gonna beautify it a little bit. And if everything is fine, let's see. Oh shit, it's not found. Why?
I think it wasn't API update, but API something else.
Are you sure? Yeah, you're right. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so dogs, and the method is not post, it's put. So API 1, so let's click on that. And as you can see, I have 200, that means successful is being updated. So now if I go to my website and I refresh this guy, so now as you can see, it has a new name, it's called She, GS2, blah, blah. So it's working perfectly. Now I need to be able to delete the guy here. So all I have to do, I need to go to delete, and this one should be enough. I don't need this data. So let's try to send it. And I have internal server error. Why? I'm not sure. Let me go to my server. Assignment to constant variable. Yes, it's probably I make a mistake because in the doc I declare, or is it module doc? Yeah. So here I declare it as a const, but here I'm reassigning it here, as you can see. So I need to make it let. Voila. Let's save it again and let's run it again. And now this guy should not be exist anymore. Clicky, and it's 200 and everything should be fine. So if I refresh this one, I don't have any dog anymore. So as you can see, also the delete and the update is working perfectly, which is great. And yeah, so let me shut down my server and run it again. So I have my only dog. And of course, I don't want this ID. I want the ID to be generated. And let's run it. Let's refresh. And well, I still have my dog here. So everything is working. I just want to test the register as well to make sure the register is working because sometimes we could face some error. If the register logout, let's just do logout first, logout. And indeed the logout is working because now I am in /API and I have login and register, which is good. And yeah, now the logout is working. I need to test register. In order to test register, I need to go here. Let me go to controller and let me go to user. And now I'm trying to register. So what I'm going to do here, am I logging the hash password? Yes, I am logging the hash password, which is good. And the rest should be fine here. Okay, so I will see the hash password, which is good. So let's try to register. And the email here, let's use another email. John at gmail.com. As a password, I will use the same password, user1234 exclamation mark. User 1234 exclamation mark. Register, and that should be fine. And now here, if I go here, what I see, that's the hash password. I'm gonna copy it, and I can go to my module user. And now here you can add another user if I want to. For persistent reason, I can, it was John at gmail.com. And the password, It was not this one, so I'm gonna delete this one and I'm gonna press a new password. Oh. Notice something. Have you noticed something, guys? Have you noticed something?
The beginning is the same
What do you mean the beginning is the same?
of the password.
Yes, so the password are the same, but can you see the password are the same exactly? Or is that different?
Because they are separated in some points, because I think the beginning is the same because it's exactly the same password, and after that it's a different code. I don't know how they hash it.
Yes, so even if a user uses the same password, the hash password will be different. Even if it's different, it's not my job to verify that. It's a library job to verify that. So let's try to enter our email, which was john@gmail, and let's enter our user, capital U1234, exclamation mark, clicky, and voila, as you can see. Or let's log, of course, he'll be able to add a new dog. He will be able to see all the dog, one single dog, and he'll be able to log out as well. And that's simply our project.
Amir, and can you access if you will put inside the field password hashed password? Can you access the website?
Here, you mean?
Yes, like sam.gmail @gmail.com and hashed password, not your user 1234 and exclamation mark, and instead of this, your hashed password. Will it work or?
Let's see. It's almost probably first. It's really difficult to know the hash password unless you are using a library, but let's test it actually. I do not think it will work because what we are doing here, the library hashing the hash pass, comparing the hash password with the password the user is sending, but let's try it. So I will copy this one.
You don't need quote.
Yeah, you copy the quote, the last one.
I don't need the code. I just need this one.
But you copy it with, okay.
Voila. Because normally it's a string, so let's log in and let's put the here and let's put the here, login, and no invalid password or email. It will not work.
Okay. As a
So you need to, yeah. No, the library is quite nice. The library we are using is quite secure, so don't worry about that. And yeah, when we have a real database, we will store them in the database and we don't have to do all this stuff. Because when we create a user, it will be directly saved in the database, and the product, it will be saved in the database. So it will be much better. I think now everything is clear. Tomorrow, I'm not gonna code with you the project, which is Goal API, because I think it should be clear for everyone, right?
What do you mean goal? Goal API?
So Goal API, it's just like Dog API. So you have a goal, for example, let's say learn and React, do some like
okay,
that.
yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it will be the same project, but I'm not gonna code it with you because I've already